So I don't know. I'm going to go back. I'm going to try to go back. Hi, Vanessa. I see you. Well, I'm back. I'm back on. Hi, Alice. We're having technical difficulties today. Yeah, I know. They didn't come up because the browser just died. Okay, there's Vanessa. Let's see. We're adding on Vanessa. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Vanessa, yes. I'm doing just good. You got to do something about the echo. Turn down the echo. Turn down the volume or something. There's a bad echo. On my end? Yes. I don't know why there would be. Do you have any other browser open? Because I can hear myself echoing. Oh my God. Do you have anything open? Because I've done a Facebook before and there was an echo and we couldn't hear anything. Okay. Why is there an echo? Oh no. Hi everyone. We're trying to fix the... Yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling you, that there's a bad echo. Oh my God. I can't do that again. Yeah, well, we can't do the show with the echo because nobody can hear, like literally, yeah, they can't hear me. I just had somebody write that they have a bad echo, and I know because I can hear the echo. Hello? Yeah, the echo is gone. That's what I'm saying. There was a big bad echo that I did a Facebook Live one time and I interviewed a lady and we had 2,000 views and I'm echoing the whole time. I can't even watch it because I couldn't hear myself. So I was like, oh my God, it didn't work. So this is good. So next time I'll tell them to wear the headphone. Maybe that's the problem. But the other lady didn't have a headphone. She had her headphones on. She did. Okay. All right, cool. So you ready? All right, so I'm going to do my brief intro. Hi, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Connie Wright, hello. Felicia, hello. Elise, hello. We are having, well, better connection because my thing just said end of, it just stopped. I was like, what is going on? So I guess when it rains, it storms. But today we're going to do this. So we're talking about mental illness in Africa. And the topic is mental illness, mental health in Africa, removing the stigma, ending the stigma, however you want to call it. We're going to try to see if we can eliminate that stigma really everywhere. But as you know, because I'm Nigerian and I'm African born, we have to talk about Africa. So my name is Dr. Lulu. I'm a national keynote speaker on child, teen, and young adult depression and suicide. And welcome to the show. Today we have a guest with us. Her name is Vanessa. Hi, Nessa. Vanessa happens to be... Hi, Vanessa. She happens to be the goddaughter of my classmate. So I'm really, really excited because Vanessa is doing things bigly. So with regards to intro, Vanessa is Nigerian American. I'm going to call her that. She's the founder and CEO of Africa's Mental Health Matters. Is a foundation. Just awesome. This chica is a graduate. She's got a master's degree from NYU. She did her master's and her thesis on global public health. And that is what took her to Africa, to the motherland, to Ghana. And you know, the funny thing, when I was doing my research, I found out that Ghana is actually doing better than most countries. But it turns out that what she saw in Ghana kind of made her say, wait, what? We need to fix this. And that's basically it in a nutshell, okay? So Vanessa, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Did I leave anything out in your intro? Not at all. It was very straight, short, to the point. Okay. So hi, Tiffany. Tiffany, can you hear Vanessa? Tiffany, give me a thumbs up if you can hear Vanessa. I know she's on my regular page. So those on my regular page can see Vanessa. But Vanessa, we're going to talk about something really near and dear to my heart, and that is Africa and health matters. I mean, generally I talk about health period across the board, but when it's Africa, my motherland, you know I got to go there. The seat of civilization, the mother of civilization. Africa. Believe it or not, in recent times, with the things, hi Rika, with the things that are going on with regards to mental health, it's like I'm having my doubts. So when I was looking at it, do you know that I found out that there's a gentleman, an author, who's like really well known in Kenya. After what's the name of Mrs. Doubtfire? After he died,
he's a comedian. What's his name?
Robin Williams. After Robin Williams died, this gentleman had the nerves. And you know what? I want to forgive him because it's just gross ignoramus. Olamide Adebera says hi. Vanessa, is that your sibling? Hey, your uncle. Hey, uncle. So this gentleman is he's so in the dark that he actually wrote that he doesn't believe that depression and mental health exists. And as a matter of fact, it doesn't exist in Africa, and that is why African languages don't even have a term. They don't have a term for depression. That is what this big-time author in Kenya said. So needless to say, that came from a depth of ignoramus, because Mrs. Doubtfire died recently. Robin Williams just died like recently. I don't know, 2014 or something recently. So for as recently as that time, a big-time blogger, author wrote this. And so we're here to bust the myths. We're here to talk about all those things that, like, seriously, mental health is real. Let me tell you guys something. You cannot separate mental health from physical health. I say that all the time. Your child's asthma is not more important than my son's depression. My daughter's schizophrenia is not less important than your daughter's, I don't know, sickle cell disease. The truth about it is the ultimate path for all these chronic illnesses is depression. So whether you have had surgery in your knee, you had surgery on your shoulder, you can't move your shoulder, you have asthma that is really, really bad, you have a bad intestinal problem, whatever it is, if it's chronic, you're going to end up with depression anyway. And so please, if you know anyone at all who needs to hear this, please tag them and then take a seat and let's talk. So Vanessa, that was by way of introduction. So can you tell us, how did you come about this? Because, I didn't want to say too much because you know your story. How did you come about being a pioneer, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to putting Africa's health matters on blast? How did this whole thing happen?
Well, I think it all started when I started my global public health program. I had no idea that I was going to be doing a unique program in the sense that I would spend a semester in a different continent. I thought I was going to just go through the traditional route and do a 2-year MPH program in New York, NYU, and call it a day. But when I actually went to NYU, I was offered a unique program in which I would be in DC for a semester, for Ghana for another semester, and then Abu Dhabi for my last semester. When I went to Ghana, I didn't really understand or know what I was kind of getting into. Although I am Nigerian, I'd only been to Nigeria prior to only once. So I was interested because I felt, okay, Ghana is a neighboring country to Nigeria. This is going to be my first real, I've lived in South Africa prior to, but I felt like this was my first West African experience. And when I came to Ghana, I felt so much at home. It just felt right. It felt like there were so many different similarities between Ghana and Nigeria.
Yes, that is true.
It was, it felt like I knew I kind of knew what to expect in regards to the people, the culture, the food, and so on and so forth. But I think the education for me was life-changing because not only was I attending NYU Accra, but I was also simultaneously taking classes at University of Ghana Legon. And one of the classes I was taking was a social behavioral class. And, the guy that taught it to us was a psychologist by profession. He had actually spoken to us first and foremost about his own journey with depression and how, as a man, as an African man.
Yes, African man, depression. That's two words that just like, I know. African man, depression, what? Like what? Even a black man, period.
For sure. And for him to open up to a class of maybe 200, 300 people, foreigners and people who are Ghanaian, was probably not easy. But he spoke about his journey with depression, and it was simply because of a really bad breakup he had experienced at a young age. He had fallen in love with someone, and he thought this was his wife, and this longtime girlfriend ended up coming to the States and finding someone else.
Oh, wow.
For him, it ended up taking a toll on his mental health. And so that's kind of how we started the class. And it was very interesting. And then he actually scheduled a visit for us to go to a cross-site hospital. So I didn't know what to expect. I was excited. I said, okay, this is another site visit. We've gone to various different areas in Accra, just kind of trying to see the global health,
yeah.
In another continent. But I didn't really know what to expect going into the psych hospital. So when we arrived, to give people a visual, it was just me and 10 of my classmates, and we walked into one ward. So it was very gated. There was like multiple different gates to get in. And as we walked in, we were bombarded with floods of children. I mean, there had to be at least 50 to 60 children. And these children varied from different developmental disorders, from autism to Down syndrome.
So it was a children's hospital. It was a children's hospital?
So that was just the children's ward that we had just entered into. Like when we first entered in, the children's ward was the first ward we got, but we came in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was weird to me because I was like, okay, this is different. At that point, like I said, I didn't really know much about the mental health care delivery system, but I was surprised that kids with Down syndrome or autism would be in a psych.
Yeah.
In America, we know that doesn't happen. So I was a little taken back, and it was chaotic. It was almost like there was less hands on deck and more children. So they were trying to, control, the environment, and some kids were, we kind of went quite early in the morning, so some kids were naked, and they were trying to get them clothed. It was just a lot going on. They're trying to get them ready for their normal
day.
And then as we kept on going, it just started to get surreal. I felt like I was walking into something that I could have never prepared myself for. Like as I was continuing to walk through the psych hospital, my heart just got heavier and heavier. More so because of the lack of resources and the neglect that I saw. I just didn't understand how this place could be a breathing space for people to get better.
And the funny thing about it, I do have to mention at this point that ironically, Ghana is supposed to be like the country that's got it together. I need to say that again for those at the back, because indeed, Ghana, of all the African countries, not even South Africa, because recently South Africa is going to hell. However, Ghana specifically is a country that's actually like doing something. So at this point, I'm like, if this is the progressive country, so you can only imagine what other countries are like. Wow.
Yeah. Sure. And this is, I want to also take a step back. This is not also to speak illy across that hospital or, in general of their mental health care delivery system. This is more so kind of like what I saw, but they're also working very hard with what
But it could also have been that you were just not prepared. You just had no idea. You know how, like if we're going to the desert, I'll say, okay, there's going to be a lot of sand. There's not going to be much water. At least mentally, you're like, okay, I'm going to go see sand. But they just didn't prepare you, period. And then you probably have never been to a psych. Have you ever been to a psych hospital before? Yeah, exactly.
I've never been to a psych hospital, period. So
no, but the things you're saying to me.
In Africa for my first experience
exactly.
Very surprising.
Yeah, but the things you're saying to me, I'm realizing that, it's because I've been to psych hospitals in Nigeria and in America. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I can see it in my mind's eye. So, but most people probably can't and probably never will, which is fine too.
Right.
Yeah. Wow, interesting.
So it's not a common place that people, I guess, come in contact with very often, especially if they, God forbid, don't have any family members or friends there. But as I continued, I think that one of the things that really stood out to me was my interaction in the geriatric ward. We came into contact with a couple of elderly women, and they were more so kind of caged into like
I wrote that down.
jail cell kind of, was gated, and one of them just started profusely crying, and she started speaking in Tree, their local language, kind of saying, why have they come to visit me? Like, what did I do to deserve this kind of thing? And I think that's for me when I decided there and then that, okay, this was a serious, serious issue.
Yeah.
The guard or the person that was giving us the tour explained to us that no one had come to visit her in about 20 years.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Not a family, not a friend, not anyone.
And she's been there.
She's living and breathing there. And so for her to hear that we came all the way from America and we're here to visit her, it meant the world. And so that's
it was more of tears of joy-ish.
Yes, tears of joy. And so as we continued, like once again, it was more so the biggest issue for me was the neglect, the state of neglect that they had there, you know, with people being on hard concrete floors, to the gates, to the beds being not made, to the beds being on the ground, to the toilets not even being humanly acceptable for anybody to even use. From just the whole atmosphere itself, I just couldn't imagine anyone, like I said, being in a space like that, getting better.
To get better, exactly. To get better. Like this is a place you go to get better. Really? Like, oh no.
It was the opposite.
Yeah.
I would openly say that it almost feels like maybe some of them would have gotten even worse.
If they were not to begin with, by the time they get there. But you know what? You touched on a lot of points, and I'm going to try to, so that we don't lose our listeners real quick. I'm going to go touch on a lot of things across the globe, by the way, people. I just want you to listen. For those who don't believe that mental health is real or mental illness is real, across the globe, the world, 73% of people, that's crazy, have had some dealing with mental illness. That was shock. 75% of people, so basically. So in one way or the other, most of them tends to be depression. And I say that because there are many, many types of depression. So we can't touch on all of them. But the main one that most people experience is reactive depression, which is, okay, I lost my fiance, we broke up type thing, not endogenous depression, which is the kind that I'm born with it or my mother has it and so I have it. So reactive depression tends to be the one that I got, you know, there was a .com bubble bust and then I lost all my finances and I got depressed. That kind of depression. So those are reactive. My son died and I got depressed. I lost my legs in the surgery, things like that. So that being said, I looked at some of the numbers. In Nigeria, which has about 300 million people at last count, and you and I know that they didn't count everybody. I know this number is very low, but they said 10% of the population has mental illness. I don't believe that. I think it's higher for two reasons.
Yeah,
you and I.
Yes,
they're unrecorded. Exactly. Like even in the rural areas, they're not recorded. So yeah, I don't believe the 10% at all. Kenya, where the guy was writing from, 25% of the population has been known to have mental illness one way or the other. Now, here's the issue, just to kind of drive home your point. 130, in Nigeria, they said that there are only 130 psychiatrists at the last count. 130. So it's like 1 to like 600,000. Just to give you an idea of, let's just say everyone was going to go see the psychiatrist. Is one psychiatrist to 600,000 people. How is that possible? That's impossible. And so the other thing I noticed, and you mentioned this a little bit, everyone who is not in the mainstream in Nigeria, at least I can speak of Nigeria, is mentally ill. And if they put you in the place, you're shackled, you're caged, and you're basically forgotten about. If you do get to that place, most families, what's more common is family members, they don't talk about the person stays in the room forever. They never bring them out. I had a friend that I grew up with. I had no idea she had a sister that had some mental illness until one day by accident, I saw someone just kind of pass. I was like, who's that? She's like, oh, my sister. And she really changed the topic. I was like, oh my God. But that's to give you an idea of what is that. And then you and I know that they just go to spirituality. So what experience do you have? Because I know you did an event in Ghana, I think, and then you're going to do one in Nigeria. We're going to talk about that later. But what experience do you have when it comes to, like, what do you think are the myths? Do you have any in your global travels?
People believe, oh, this person is possessed, right?
Possessed. That's one.
This person has demonic, something, they're under spiritual attack. Another common myth is this person has done something wrong, or something along their lineage has affected where they currently are, or the current state that they are in. And that
so basically, curses like the sins of our fathers. Yes, that is true. Mm-hmm.
People just think sometimes you're just mad. Like, a lot of them love to use that word mad.
Yes.
They've just lost it, People, especially Africans, it's very hard for them to, we're, as Africans, what I've realized from the experiences I've had was that as Africans, we're told that we need to be strong. We need to deal with life accordingly and kind of get over it. And when people are emotionally tied to whatever is going on with them, then it's seen as a weakness.
Yes.
And many people don't feel comfortable. They don't have anybody. They don't have any spaces to fully be transparent and be open about what they're currently going through or what they have gone through in the past. And so you have a lot of people who, from day one, have deep-rooted issues, but they've had no outlet to be able to address this.
Yes.
And then, like you said, it starts to manifest into different mental illnesses. The depression being number one, right? And then we have anxiety.
Oh my God,
and
yes.
We have all of these other things that just come up after. That's because from day one they haven't been able to really fully be able to
express it.
Find an outlet to express their feelings. And family, friends, it doesn't help. A lot of the people that were in the psych hospital that I've seen, their family has abandoned them because
yes.
Not that they don't
love them.
Some of them were in a very come from low socioeconomic backgrounds, so their families can't even afford to give them the proper care that they'll need. And that being said, they drop them at the psych hospital. The psych hospital says, hey, you owe us 800 CDs each month. For them to come up with 800 CDs each month it's a struggle. So for them, they drop their family member and they abandon them, and they never turn back.
Yes.
And so for them, whatever has happened to their family member, they know that they're at a psych hospital, they're kind of forgotten. Someone else needs to take up this responsibility. I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. I don't even have the understanding to take care of this family member or this friend right now. So better they be on the streets, roaming, or be in a psych hospital where they can deal with them because that's where they belong. Exactly.
And so thank you so much. Lots of great points. I'm just going to do a quick refresh because most people are on. I got 5 people on other pages that are not able to see you. One of the myths she mentioned, which is very, 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 very dominant in Africa, especially in Nigeria, is possession. And you know what? I dare to say, and you can come and get me if you're a Bible toter, I dare to say some of that belief came from the Bible. The fact that people are possessed. And so in Nigeria specifically, majority of mental illness is what? Spiritual. They say, oh, it's something spiritual realm. We got to go pray it away. And it doesn't help that over the years, they've assumed that Africans, Black people, we're strong, we don't hurt, we don't have pain, we're resilient. All of those things that are not true necessarily, but those things are what they put out there. So in America, bringing it to across the pond, in America, a lot of Black people still don't trust the healthcare professionals for their mental illness care because of years and generations and decades of saying Black people, you guys don't feel pain, or oh no, Vanessa is gone. Oh no, you guys don't feel pain, or you guys don't have any kind of resilience, or you don't really need to be in you're not really mentally ill, period. I'm not sure what happened to Vanessa. And then she talks about demonic possessions. We talked about that. Yes, Vanessa is back. Okay, hold on. And then she talked about spiritual realm. Yes, hi, we lost you for a minute. Welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, then she talked about lineage curses over the years. People say that, their great-grandfather did something and their father's curses over generations, which honestly, the only medical way I can even ring that in is the fact that endogenous depression can be transferred, can be familial. And so, but it's depression, it's got a name, there's a chemical imbalance, it's not a curse that come over the years. And of course, just over, hello? Oh no, the echo is back.
to the charger.
Okay. Yeah, the echo is back.
Oh no, my headphones are in now.
Yeah. But I can hear myself echoing.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay, it's gone. Whatever you did, that was it.
Okay.
What did you do?
I just unplugged my headphones again and I plugged them back in.
Okay, well, thank you so much. But yeah, so let's keep going. So let's talk about the stigma. You know, everything you've mentioned now, the fact that they put you in a mental hospital and leave you there forever is one. Number two, you don't even, there's no support. Like I said, the gentleman a few years ago said Africa doesn't even have depression. Depression doesn't exist. It's not real. When you find yourself in Africa, and I'm going to call Africa as a global continent, and really that is wrong because there are many, many countries, all 58 of them. But I want to just say that when you find yourself on that side of the world, it's so hard to get help. First of all, we talked about the ratio of the psychiatrists to the patients. Then the fact that the mental hospitals are usually or just full of everybody else, whether you have mental illness or not. And then the fact that the care is almost not there. So it's so hard to go in. So do you have anything, do you want to add anything at all about the stigma of mental health?
Yeah, there's a huge stigma. I mean, I think that's without say. I think through my research, I was able to find out that sometimes a lot of the people who are dealing with mental illnesses actually find it harder to deal with the stigma than the actual mental illness. So they've said that, and studies have shown that people have a harder time processing how people think they're being perceived rather than actually dealing with the actual illness that they have.
And you know what, let me just piggyback on that. In 2015, the WHO actually, they came out, they made a declaration that the stigma of mental illness is a global public health crisis. The stigma, so you're right, just to kind of piggyback on that, you're very, very, not the mental illness anymore, the stigma of it, you know? Yes.
How they feel they'll be perceived. So
yes.
That being said, yeah, there's a huge stigma. And why I created this initiative, kind of going back to your original question, was that, you know, I decided to focus my master's thesis on the effectiveness of social marketing campaigns to change attitudes and behaviors towards mental illness. Because I think when we talk about stigma, the first thing that we need to tackle or address are our attitudes and our behaviors towards this. How are people reacting when you're telling them or when you're speaking about mental health or mental illness? What are people doing when you tell them you're suffering from or you're dealing with a mental illness or going through something emotionally? When you're being vulnerable, how are people perceiving that? I think that being said, I was very much interested in finding, okay, what do social marketing campaigns do to positively impact or affect the ideas that people have towards it. And so my proposal was to kind of create a social marketing campaign within like a college campus and target young adults and say, hey, let's talk about this. Let's make this through social media. Let's make this through TV and broadcasting. Let's do this through conferences, whatever, to kind of make it a norm so that people are more comfortable talking about this.
Yes.
And I feel like with us being a younger generation, people are more open, so the more they'll see people talking about it, the more easier it'll be to kind of tackle this. And so when I proposed it, the only question I received from the board was, are you going to implement this? And it was at that point I was very reluctant. I didn't think I had the time, the resources, the money to be able to pull something off like this. But the way that God would have it, I was able to really find key stakeholders in Ghana that believed in this and thought that this would be feasible. And from there, I started the planning process and reaching out to people. But I'm just saying this because Africa's mental health matters is a statement. And we are trying to tackle this by making a statement to the general public and to anybody that sees us, hears us, understands us, that, hey, this is the topic that's important.
Yes.
And we need to address it, and we need to be okay with addressing it. We need to be comfortable talking about it in different spaces as young adults, as Africans, as people from the diaspora, as people who are non-Africans. We need to be able to be comfortable talking about mental health and mental illness. And I think that being said, we've had so much in the last couple of years, so many more people being comfortable talking about it.
Thank God.
And we thank God for it. You know,
so, yes.
From the recent the
Yes.
recent backlash that people have received in schools and
Yes.
bullying and so on and so forth,
Yes.
people are now speaking up, and it's more an acceptable conversation to have, which in turn reduces the stigma that comes along with it.
Exactly. And you know what I was going to piggyback on that? I was going to mention the fact that a few celebrities, I have to give them a shout out. Oprah, for instance, the fact that Oprah endorsed the fact that she has had mental illness. Prince Harry, you know, Lady Gaga, Michelle Williams, Taraji P. Henson. Yes, and of course Jada Pinkett Smith, and of course yours truly, Dr. Lulu. The fact that we are, yes, girl, the fact that we're putting our faces out there. Let me tell you, I spoke to a lady yesterday whose boyfriend, long-term boyfriend, died suddenly after surgery, and it's been like 6 months. And then you know what she told me? She said a couple of days ago she was crying because maybe she was missing him, and then someone said to her, well, why are you crying? Of course an African said that. Why are you crying? He wasn't even your husband. Wait, what? Like, I don't care. Like, that is so silly. Like, somebody died, suddenly went to surgery and didn't come back. What is the limit for me to cry? What is the accepted time for me to be depressed if I want to be depressed, which is what I call the most common form of depression is reactive depression, honestly. And we have real people going through it. Lanaire is in the building. Hi, Lanaire. And Lanaire is one of the people that I'm going to be talking to in my podcast coming up, bringing out the LGBT version of all this stigma. You think you've got stigma and you're normal as far as the world goes, because anyone who's LGBT is not normal. And unfortunately, the world, when they don't understand something, they're afraid of it, and then they attack it. And then they attack it. They don't understand. They don't know what to say when you say you're depressed, so they attack it, or you're not really depressed. They don't know what to say when you say you're a trans male or trans female, so they attack it or they throw the Bible at it, and then they just close that door. And my problem with that is, if love was enough, if money was enough, we will not have anybody dying by suicide, period. We just won't. So it's not enough. It's obviously we're missing one piece, and that piece is the support piece, where you and I come in, recognizing it, acknowledging it, that it's okay, because you know what? 75% of the population, like we said, has dealt with mental illness in one way or the other. So why is it only me and those 5 people that are coming out and saying that we have it? You know what I mean? 75 is a lot of people, you know? Yes. So did you have any, I know you want to talk about your event that you're having in December?
Yeah.
Is this a good time?
I think we've touched on so many different things, but I'm very excited. Africa's Mental Health Matters has an upcoming conference coming up in Lagos, Nigeria this December, on December 13th at the Red Carpet Hall in Victoria Island on the Onibur Road. And we're looking forward, this year I actually have a planning committee of 14 individuals, young adults, people who are in the public health space or mental health space. They're just interested in mental health as a whole. But we have been working hard and really just trying to plan the best conference that we know how to from January till now. And we have a lot of great things in store. We have a lot of great panelists, a lot of people that are part of this initiative this year. And I mean, my biggest hope and aspiration is to have people come and be touched and be impacted. When I see people post and talk about a new suicide or a person who's attempted to commit suicide, it breaks my heart. And I really just feel like God has really placed this on my heart to be able to make a difference amongst this population. I'm hoping just the lives of people are changed. I'm hoping that people leave the conference viewing mental health differently, viewing mental illness differently, being more open to conversation, being more open, loving, and supportive to their family and their friends. Mental health is real. It's if we don't take care of our mental health, we're not fruitful. We're not able to be.
Oh, man, I don't know what happened, but that lady was just dropping nuggets after nuggets. You gotta love the fact that she's so young. She's in her 20s. She's so inspiring, and I wish you could hear me say this. She's so inspiring. This is so inspiring. If you're watching this, we didn't even scratch the surface today. This African mental health issue, we didn't even scratch the surface at all. But there's only so many minutes we can talk about it, and she's gone. There's only so many minutes we can talk about it. So please, if you're watching this, we're going to kick off the fundraiser. And then she didn't get to the point where yours truly, I'm the keynote speaker at the event in December. That's actually how we met. But I'll be in Nigeria. If you're going to be in Nigeria in December, find your way to Lagos and let's meet. It's going to be Victoria Island, the Red Carpet Hall. I'm going to be there. But the thing about it, if you're watching me, just know that for her to be so young, to have put off everything that she can be doing as a young, I don't even know if she's a millennial. I think she's probably a Gen Zer, but maybe she's a millennial. I don't know. She's a millennial, yes. For her to be so young and to be so gifted and talented and to be trying to work in this space that is such a challenging space. You know, I have so much empathy. Hi, TT, thank you. I have so much empathy and compassion for people who suffer from mental illness. I don't mind putting my own out there if it's going to save someone. But this girl, this young chica, is doing so well and just trying to put her little life out there. So we need you all to support. I'm going to put up the fundraiser. Please, no amount of money is too little. No amount of money is too much. Just donate what you can. Just give from your heart. Let this girl, she painted a picture of just one hospital in one part of Accra, Ghana, which is one country in Africa, which is like a drop in the desert. I mean, there are other countries and other hospitals and just so much work that needs to be done. And so I thought to myself, you know what? This is the month of suicide awareness. Why not get her on to talk about suicide awareness, talk about this topic that we all need to be talking about? Because the truth about it is mental health is inseparable from physical health. If you don't believe me, get sick one time and you can't go to work for like 2 weeks and you're used to be like, you're like me, you're ADHD and you're just energetic, and tell me if staying in one place for 2 weeks, tell me what it's going to do to you. Or worse still, you have a chronic illness, or you have HIV or cancer or diabetes, you have to have your leg cut off, or you go blind because of your diabetes, your sugar is not controlled, something like that. Hi, Unati. We lost our guest. She said her battery was dying. But thank you for joining me. Unati, can you see if you can join? Can you tag to join me on this Facebook so I can just have you finish the last segment? But yeah, we're just kind of rounding up. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Africa, the mental health in Africa, just trying to end the stigma. Really, it's Africa because I know I talk about Africa today because I generally talk about the US. But I thought this month, why not talk about Africa, my own motherland, the seat of civilization, the motherland. Why not talk about the fact that there's so much stigma? And also, Vanessa is coming back. Oh, good. There's so much stigma. Okay, she's coming back on. Unati, please hang in. Unati, please hang in. Because I want you to contribute. There she is. Did you get to charge your phone? That's okay. We figured it. And what I did was okay. I think it's playing in your phone. Okay, so she's back. You know what I love about my Facebook Live? I tell you, it is live. You can never edit live. So, Unati, thank you for joining us. Dr. Unati, I'm going to introduce you to Vanessa after we get up because she is trying to do things bigly next year. And I wanted you and her to meet because we're going to do a like 15-country tour. But I'm just going to announce it. She hasn't really put it out there, but I'm going to put it because I want you, Vanessa, to be part of that movement. But Dr. Unati, she's talking about the fact that she wants to. She said, hi, Vanessa. I don't know if you can read the comments. Yeah, I can. But she is planning this tour. And as soon as she said it, I was like, I'm going. You know, it's like God will provide the money. But before you came back on, Vanessa, I was saying that I wanted people that are listening to donate. Because, you know, in Nigeria, they say that the journey of 1,000 miles is only stopped because you don't have money. There's a way of saying it in Igbo, is an Igbo proverb. But the point I'm trying to say is, people that are watching me, please join in. Vanessa, she said hi, very good. Please join us. Hi, Brisha. Brisha is another person who talks about mental illness, and she's also African. So this is so good that people that are Africans are joining in the conversation. We need to put the word out there. Yes, we happen to be lucky to be on this side of the pond, but honey, we have to bring our people with us. Actually, we have to take it to them. And as a pediatrician, I focus on the parents and, of course, the kids by default. But the parents, But you and I can talk about all the levels that we can come. And Unati is just joining us, but Unati, we talked about myths, honey. She talked about the fact that it says you're possessed, or some kind of spiritual thing that's happening to you, or your lineage curses of your fathers coming to you, instead of just accepting that it's mental illness and just going with it. Of course, she mentioned about her experience in a hospital in Ghana, where people they were shackled and gated and blocked in rooms, and so much ignorance going on, and lack of resources. For those at the back, lack of resources. So she needs all the help she can get. If you have $1, donate it. And you know what, Vanessa, before you came back in, I told him, I put myself on blast. I said, I'm going to be a guest speaker at your thing. I was like, I'm going to hit. That's how we met. I'm going to be the keynote speaker. So if you're in Nigeria, in Lagos, come and join us. I'm going to bring all of this chocolate goodness and then some, Well, come and we're going to look good for mental health. Why not? Because we can. So Unati, do you want to say anything? Unati says, who? Vanessa? Who? Yeah, Doctor, I asked her to join. Unati, can you join? Unati says, we're going to do this, ladies. This is close to my heart, Pan-Africanism. Yes. Unati, can you join? Can you click the picture? Lack of ignorance has to kill so many people. Yes. Actually, it's not lack of ignorance, it's ignorance. But Unati, can you join? She says, no worries. I don't know. Can you click the little picture that's got 2 people in it? Just tap on it, and I'll add you on. Yeah, she said, just tap on the little person on the bottom. Vanessa, was it the little person on the person in person on the bottom?
I don't even, honestly, it's like I'm trying to think, hold on. Yeah, I don't know.
Unati, it's the little picture, yeah. Yeah, it's a little icon that has a person and another person next to him or her or it, whatever. Just tap on that and I'll let you join in. This is such a good and I was hoping you could have come in earlier, but just tap on that little person, and if you can join in, great. So Vanessa, we're kind of getting towards the end now. Do you want to quickly, only seeing you guys? She says she's only seeing us. Vanessa, do you have any final thoughts, any final words? Ignorance has killed them. Yes, Risha, you're right.
Thank you first and foremost for be able to give me this platform to be able to speak about Africa's mental health matters, talk about the stigma associated with mental illnesses, mental health, and on the continent of Africa. I think when collectively people come together and they work towards a bigger goal, you're more than likely to achieve it. So I can't do this by myself.
Yes.
This is something that is a collaborative effort. I'm thankful to God for giving me this vision. I'm thankful to my committee members that are working tirelessly to work towards this conference. And I can only just pray and hope that with the continued effort of work that we're putting into this, that it'll truly bring about change in the way that people view mental health and mental illness on the continent. But first and foremost, thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. It was an awesome time getting to talk with you online and furthermore discuss how we can kind of move forward.
Yes, well, definitely, there's no question. You know me, I get goosebumps when I talk about mental illness because I'm talking my walk. I'm coming from a place of I've been there, I know that. And every now and again, I still go back there. I just have to remind myself, okay, come back. And self-talking too. Is that self-counseling? But the point is, like Unati said, yes, we need to work towards making change all together collectively. I was going to say that one person is only one voice. Together, we can go further, we can go farther. And it's important that all of us, not only women, but also men, and let me tell you something. If you think you're having issues as a female, try the men. The men don't even want to go, they don't want to touch that realm at all. So Vanessa, for those of you just joining us, Vanessa started by sharing a story about when she was in a university in Ghana and how a professor, a male Ghanaian professor, talked about his own struggles with mental illness. And that's kind of how this whole thing was born. Her foundation is called Africa's Health Matters. Y'all, please find it. You see her beautiful face gracing the pictures. It says Africa's Health Matters. Y'all, Maria Chika Sogwa says, and the geriatric population. Yes. As a matter of fact, Vanessa mentioned earlier on about, you want to say that again because we got some new people just joining us. We're getting a lot of people joining us now, so we can't stop.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier the population when I went to the psych hospital in Accra. I was able to come in to to the geriatric ward, and I was expressing to Dr. Lulu that, one of the biggest...
No, Vanessa! We lost her again. Unati, yes. Oh man, men are struggling. Let me tell you something. Men are struggling. The African man, the black male, as a mother of 3 black men, I know this firsthand. The society will not let our boys be boys. And you know what? There was a recent article that I posted on my page that said African American men get depressed sooner than we think, and it lasts longer than we think. Yeah, we lost our Unati. But you know what? The show must go on. I love it. The show must go on. We need to talk about it louder. Yes, we need to get together and make it loud, resounding, joyful, if you like, noise. But for me, I think my biggest struggle, if you're watching me right now, my personal biggest struggle is those of us who have, okay, I think she got another phone. Those of us who have mental illness and don't want to own it and don't want to talk about it. That is I figured you got a different phone. Yes, it's okay. So is his dad. He cries a lot. I love that. Always tell my son to cry. Yes, I tell my boys to cry, and yes, they do try to be in that space of I can't really cry. But I know, you know what, as a mother of 3 boys, you know when your son is crying. Crying doesn't have to mean shedding tears. And that is a deep level. Crying doesn't have to be shedding tears, but as a mother, you should let your child express their sorrow, let's put it that way, in any which way that they can. And allow them, give them that space. It is healthy for men, for anyone to feel a wide range of experiences, right? It is very healthy. You can't grow up in a world where all you know is happiness, or all you know is sorrow, or all you know is this. We have to be allowed to experience all the different emotions, whether it is sadness, joy, excitement, depression, anxiety, all of those. But our boys are only allowed to experience, I don't know what they're allowed to experience. They don't allow our boys to experience anything at all. And so if you're a mother of a son, when you get off this, please, yes, Unati says, give them space to be. That is true. That's all I can say. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I don't want to get off, Vanessa. You know what we need to do? We need to come back and do part 2. Because we need to raise funds for your foundation. It's so important to me. So yes. Okay, very good. Yeah, because what I'll say is there's Brisha, there's Unati, there's me, there's you, 4 African women. We can actually have a Facebook Live that we do, all 4 of us do one Facebook Live, like on Zoom or something. And so, y'all, phew, you know me. I love what I do. About a year ago, I caught a virus that affected my vocal cords. My voice hasn't always been this deep. It's always been deep, but not this deep. And the doctor did the little fancy laryngoscopy, whatever, and told me that my voice is so, is deeper, and it looks like my voice is going to stay that way. And so she said, well, for your voice to get better, you probably need to, go easy on talking. I think I cried more. I cried more because, not because of my voice, but because she said I should go easy on talking. I said, ma'am, if you know the load that God gave me to carry recently, you will know that you should not advise me to do that. So I started voice lessons, yeah, because I need to talk so people can hear. So this is so good. I mean, everyone is just talking now. So she said, and I am in for the live event. So we got 3 people, we got 4 people. Vanessa, that's 5 people now that signed up for the live event. So we gotta put that on blast and advertise it big time. I would suggest the last weekend in September, only because September is Suicide Awareness Month. So let's kind of push for the last weekend in September. If everyone whose game is listening to me, thank you. Maria says, instead of be a human, I don't know, maybe she's talking about we don't allow our boys to be humans, but this is great. Unati said that there's Rotary Club, which my brother is a member. She will get in touch with Vanessa. That is good. Fantastic, fantastic. Muy bien. So, that's you saying you would do it. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm getting for the same time Sunday live. Okay, very good. We got all the people that are in. Let's do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much forever and ever for joining me on Sunday afternoons when I know You have other things that you should be doing or could be doing. You choose to hang out with me and listen to my crazy voice. Well, you just heard the history. I'm going to keep talking until I can talk no more. Y'all, thank you so much. I will be, yes, I'll be in the building, so I'm going to put a lot of noise. I'm going to talk. Sherry Simpson says she's in. This is great. Sherry's in for the live. So we got 6 people. Oh my God, this is so good. I'm going to take your names down. And when I call you, y'all better listen. Y'all better answer. Yes, let me start writing it down. Sherry Simpson, because I'll forget you for sure, because you're not on my regular page. Oh no, Vanessa, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. And you know what we did? We forged ahead in spite of the technical difficulties. That's what I call, yes, that's what I call a mission. The mission must be completed regardless of all the things that we had. Every time you went off, I just took on, I just kept talking until you came back on. That's what I'm talking about. So Unati, I'm putting your name down. Vanessa, I'm putting your name down. And of course, Brisha, and then me. So, and you know, we're going to advertise. We can only do so much, but thank you all so much for joining me. I love you. I'll see you next Sunday. In the meantime, remember this month is Suicide Awareness Month. Please, please call somebody this week that you have not called in a while. I don't care if it's someone that you haven't spoken to, if you guys are having a feud, no one is promised tomorrow. Call that person, send a quick hello. You never know. Visit someone, give someone a hug, and I'll see you all next Sunday back here, same time, same station. Ask the Tululu. Vanessa, God bless you. I called you a millennial. I want to see, are you a millennial? While you were off, I called, yes. So I said you're a millennial. I said, you're so young and you've been, this big thing has been placed on your shoulder. And you know what you did? You know what you did, Vanessa, that's giving me goosebumps? You said, here I am, Lord, send me. That's what you said. Did you know that? For the Bible taught us back there. She didn't think about it. She just said, send me. I want you all to listen to me when I say this week, call somebody. Say something nice to somebody. Ask them how they're doing. Look in their eyes and really truly mean it when you ask, how are you really doing? And I will see you all next Sunday. Stay blessed. Oh my goodness, I don't even want to go, but you know what? Brisha says, it feels so good to know that you're not alone. Yes, it's called Yana. You are not alone. Vanessa, peace still, okay? See you soon. All right? All right, baby girl. Take it easy. And if you're watching me, thank you so much for joining me. Wanda, you got to the end of the party. Party's over. I'll see y'all later. See y'all next Sunday, okay? Bye.